So, about 5 years ago, a little more than 5 years ago now, Laura came home and said, hey, what if we put on a couple operas this summer? And I said, what? Are you crazy?
I didn't set out to start an opera company. I wasn't really fully intending at the time to go ahead with the idea. I was just like doing a survey. What would happen if? So I turned to my friend Megan and I said, hey, if I decide to put up a production of Marriage of Figaro, and I want to sing Cherubino and I think Miriam would sing Countess, would you be interested in doing Susanna? And she's like, hell yes.
And the craziest part is that we did. We did a concert production of Barbara of Seville and a full production of Marriage of Figaro in St. Bartholomew's Church. We also did a fundraising recital. And it was an amazing experience with a great group of artists where everybody really pitched in and we had a fabulous time. And so that's how Project Opera of Manhattan, which now we call coópera, was born. We put on productions that are very simple.
I like productions and I believe in production values. So I can appreciate when I go to a Broadway show or when I go to the Metropolitan Opera that there's a fantastic, incredibly expensive production on the stage. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and if I had the money, of course I would do it as well. But this is, my goal is not to put the most outrageous, fantastically expensive production on stage.
The production of Marriage of Figaro was tremendous. It was minimalistic. We didn't have the biggest budget in the world, obviously. It was basically all of our credit cards. But we knew that we could do it.
We try to nurture a very specific type of individual, and we think that we have achieved it, like in the past productions that we've done for the past 5 years. We have managed to pinpoint and get people on the stage for us that are incredible musicians and have great artistry. They have mastery of their technique, like voice-wise, are really good singers, but yet they're more than that.
The important part of coópera is that it is young artists. It's by young artists for young artists.
You consider yourself young?
For an artist, says the woman about to turn 30.
It is my 25th birthday in just 3 days.
Yeah, anyway, in the world of opera we are young.
But we're more like emerging artists. We're people who are probably done or nearly done with our education and just need more real-world experience. It empowered young artists in a way that they had not been empowered before. Like we all took control of our own destiny of what was going to happen, at least for that specific summer.
I think that one thing that always drove me crazy about the opera world was the lack of respect for singers. Singers are sometimes treated like we're just plugged in at the last minute, we're easily replaceable and we're not respected as fellow artists.
We're a dime a dozen.
We're a dime a dozen, especially sopranos.
And we're all desperate to get on stage because there are few positions and a lot of us, so we just like want to sing. So it's like, she'll do it for $50, I'll do it for 40.
So the fact that this company was started by singers, and then we see all of our colleagues as our equals, we see that opera is something that takes so many people from with so many different skills to put together.
One of the things that I love about opera that we said on the first year is the ridiculous amount of people that it brings together. It made me feel like it was some sort of like cosmic good vibe thing.
As everybody knows, have not been easy for any arts organization. So we haven't done a full production since 2009, fall of 2009, and we want to come back. We are doing Bernstein's Candide at the Players Club. Players Club opened up their home to us.
The Players does not charge us to use their space, which is something amazing, and their space has... Yeah, we should. They should know that the Players supports the arts in this way. And the fact of the matter is that our productions are ridiculously cheap. Like the amount of money that we actually spend in putting together a show, it's unheard of in the opera world. I had a friend who wanted to start an opera company, and they said they had to raise $100,000 so that they could do their first production. And I almost passed out. I'm like, are you serious? $100,000? Like the first production for Palm, our goal was $10,000. We were able to raise $7,000, which was really good in a matter of 2 months. And then we actually ended up spending $13,000. I had to put the rest on my credit card. It was awesome.
I will tell you that most of our budget is staffing costs, because if you think for a production like Candide, we have 20 singers, 13-piece orchestra, conductor, director, technical director, stage manager, production manager. And we have never taken a cent for our administrative work.
All of my friends, most of my friends, we're all artists, whether they are musical theater or opera singers or instrumentalists. You know, we're all in this scene. And we're all really, really broke. So no one can donate a big amount, you know? But if someone from these circles that I know donates $5 or $10, then it means to me that they believed enough in the cause to think about it and not buy Starbucks for that one day and donate that money to us instead. When people donate that amount of money, if it's a small amount of money or a large amount of money, you know, they believe in our cause enough. They believe that we are artists that are good enough, that we deserve the opportunity to be heard, to perform our art, to be able to make opportunities for ourselves. And when they come to the shows, they can see exactly where their money went. I'm just saying, this production is going to be amazing. So people need to come. There is a cow at some point. How can you not come to see a cow? Or a duet between sheep? I mean, they're sheep and they're singing. You have to come.